Hi, I'm Karen Brown, and this is the story of my lifelong dream of going to Kona, Hawaii and competing in the Ironman World Championships. Growing up, I remember always watching the Ironman television coverage from Kona, Hawaii. I remember distinctly when Julie Moss ultimately completed the race and had so many challenges, but drug herself over the finish line with her arms even when her legs would no longer move. Dave Scott and Mark Allen, the famous rivals. The other thing I remember from watching the coverage is that I would always be moved to tears by the sheer inspiration and achievement of it. Fast forward to 2010. I was a real estate consultant with my own team, working at a Keller Williams office in Denver. At the suggestion of my team leader, I decided to take a revolutionary Keller Williams master class called BOLD. BOLD stands for Business Objectives, Life by Design. The rumors about the class were daunting. Make a huge number of contacts per week and change the entire complexion of your business. I was scared and excited. Turns out, BOLD was more about changing mindset and removing limiting beliefs, and also blending highly refined systems for lead generation, follow-up, and listing leverage. Through the rest of the class, I learned to remove my limiting beliefs about my abilities. I was doing things I had previously been scared to do, thought I couldn't do, or didn't have time to do. I learned that I could achieve far more in less time and could reach very high goals that I once thought impossible. Just as BOLD finished, I began to read a book that was casually suggested to me called Born to Run. It is the story of the author's journey to understand his own running, the best runners in the world, the Tarahumara tribe from the Copper Canyons in Mexico, and the history of man and how we are actually all meant to be runners from our evolution and how we would catch food. An absolutely fascinating read. Also discussed in the book is the Leadville 100, which is a 100-mile race, both on foot and bike, in Leadville, Colorado. I had the amazing opportunity to pace a competitor in the race that year, and wow, what an experience. I got to see the absolute iron will of human beings that believe in what they are doing and how training and preparation can make all the difference. Then I thought about how much I felt a connection to Kona and the race and course, but subconsciously had told myself that I wasn't an elite athlete, so how could I expect to compete? I suddenly realized that I was the only one holding myself back from pursuing that dream. No one else was telling me I couldn't do it. After about 2 weeks, I decided to pursue my dream of competing in Kona. I began by just verbalizing that to people. I also had no real idea of how to get there. As I was verbalizing to some friends at dinner, they said that their cousin had done it and had a great coach. They asked if I had one, to which my surprising answer was no. They recommended 2 coaches, both of whom I called right away. One was a husband and wife team called Mile High Multisport, both of whom had competed in Kona several times and had sent many athletes there as well. Come to find out, this was a very important thing. It's one thing to get yourself to Kona and quite another to get others there. I hired them and began my training in earnest in September 2010. The road to Kona is a long one, and there are 2 ways to get to the race that 90,000 people pursue every year, but only 1,900 get to compete in, with the best in the world. One is getting a qualifying spot at a race that has them, and the other is the lottery. When the founders of the race started it, they wanted to ensure that the common athlete would always have a chance to compete, and this component has endured to this day. 2 years after I started training and competing, God blessed me by putting my name on that list with 99 other folks. So, almost exactly 2 years after I set the goal, I will be in Kona with the best in the world, my idols and my unwavering supporters who have believed in me from the very beginning, even when others didn't. To do something bigger than myself, I am taking donations for Keller Williams Cares to honor my commitment to this lifelong dream. I want to help others in need and hope you will join me. Please donate online at www.davidsellscolorado.com. David Stich, thus the website, is an amazing agent in my office who has grown to love triathlon like I have, and he is also raising money through Racing for Keller Williams Cares. Please give generously as your donations fund grant money to help people left in need from tragedies like Joplin, Missouri, and the fires in Colorado Springs. Together, we can support more people in need, make a difference in this world, and have fun pursuing a lifelong dream.